So we have been reading about salamanders for several days now. We read Amazing Salamanders. We read Salamander Surprise. And here's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about all the things that you've learned about salamanders. Okay. Now, in your head, hold them in your head. So think, think, think. What are some things that you've learned about salamanders? So I want you to write down 3 facts that you remember from our books about salamanders. You can look back in the book if you want to. If you need to look back in the book, look back in the book. So talk with your partners about 3 things that you remember that you've learned about salamanders.
The colorful ones.
I talked about that.
Poisonous.
So you two talk together. You two talk together. Talk in a whispery voice.
The ones that have different types of colors are poisonous. Some salamanders can live underwater when they're younger.
So make sure you're getting ideas from. You guys talk a little bit and then decide which 3 you're going to write down.
Oh, only 3?
You're only going to write down 3 things.
What if we accidentally write more?
Well, you're only going to write 3. Just write 3. Just 3.
So much A's in
3
salamander.
things. There's a lot of A's in salamander, aren't there?
I only have 2 A's in my name.
So make sure that you talk with your partner.
1, 2,
And you agree on what you're going to write
There's
down.
only 3 A's.
And D-E-R.
What did you learn about salamanders from reading these books?
They can really grow. They can really grow their body parts.
I hear a talk. They can, the bright salamanders are really interesting.
And make sure you get ideas from your partner.
They can grow their body parts. Make sure to put a period. They lay eggs above the water.
The eggs turn into larvae.
The eggs turn into larvae, the larvae turn into adults,
Then they lay the eggs.
Oh, now when you read it, you don't have to put the comma in. It just helps you know where to
No,
pause
we
your
just
voice.
wanted to.
You just want to make sure people knew there was a comma there.
Because we were saying 4 things.
You didn't want to run them together.
Yeah.
All right, so you're giving us the stages of their life, their life cycle.
Salamanders are poison.
Ooh, remember that part we looked at about how they were poisonous? Why were those bright colors, you think, helpful to keep them safe?
Well, because
Hold on. You share, these girls are the ones that brought this idea up.
because
Let them share their thinking.
because we think that it like you know how sometimes fire the alarm in the firefighter's place and it flashes bright red.
So
and
how does that help us understand how
Probably
the color
because
keeps them
there's a
safe? Let her
lot-
finish her thought, and then you add in.
Like probably you know which one you choose that is poisonous. It's the bright ones because you focus on the bright color. Or probably because there's a lot of bright colors and they can be camouflaged with the bright colors.
Do you think that the animals recognize that they're poisonous by the color? Does that help? When they see that color, they know, whoa, that's not a good salamander to eat because it's poisonous?
Well,
What do you think?
I think all salamanders are poisonous because I think all of them are because if they weren't poisonous and they didn't grab them by the tail and they grabbed them by the head, how are they gonna? They can't lose their head.
Did it tell us in here
I
that they're
just-
all poisonous or just some of them are
I
poisonous?
disagree because it had said that brightly colored salamanders are often poisonous. The bright colors warn predators to stay away from them.
Does that
So-
tell us they're
no,
all poisonous?
No, it says
Often.
yeah.
So even if a salamander is bright, that doesn't mean it's poisonous.
But even though it says often means that
Sometimes.
Some
Some of
And
them.
you might not want to touch
and
any salamanders that are bright.
and it says using poisonous.
Any-
Many salamanders make poisonous to protect themselves from predators. Some salamanders have poisonous that comes from out of their
from their back.
no
Glands.
glands in their skin. The poison has a bad taste, so the predators that catch these salamanders will spit them out, keeping the salamander safe.
So let me pause you just for a moment and notice the reading work you just did. You were thinking about those words like some and many and most and all and almost. Those words matter when you're reading the book, don't they? Because that's really important, so you know whether it's all of something or every one of them or just a few of them. That's important information. Let's hear one last fact here about salamanders that this team came up
The
with.
biggest salamander is called the Chinese giant salamander.
Ooh, we saw the caption to go with
Yeah.
that photograph, didn't we? Show it to us.
Or the Japanese giant,
The
because we don't know which one is
largest
right.
Yeah, but in
Chinese
this
giant
book,
salamander.
this one's called the
It can-
Japanese giant salamander.
See, look, it even says it right. 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 Right.
Right?
Here. No, when she was talking about.
Right?
No.
Right here.
Here.
It says that others like the Japanese giant salamander can weigh as much as a man, but I haven't got one of those.
That's good. And you guys used the photograph and the caption that went with it to help you figure that information out. You did some awesome
pencil.
thinking work between the books, and you put the ideas together because you used what you learned in here in the Amazing Salamander book to help us as we read Salamander's Surprise. And you linked those ideas.